Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the Chair Talks podcast, Mayfest. All right, so we have two teams here to play the inaugural Mayfest podcast trivia. First up, we have Audit Bound. So, Audit Bound, please introduce yourself and share a little bit about your role at the college. And we lost one member of Audit Bound. So, Brandon, you're down to the. Okay.
Okay, I wasn't sure if the internet was wild for everybody, but yeah, my name is Brandon Vang. I graduated from the College of St. Scholastica in 2014. I'm an undergrad in social studies teaching, and then I'll graduate this May with my Master's of Education. I work in Upward Bound as an advisor.
All right, and the other member of Audit Bound.
Hi, my name is Terry Marholtz. I graduated from the college in 1986, quite a long time ago, with management and accounting degrees. I work in the finance office. I prepare the college's financial statements, and I am proud to say I'm going to be heading into my 40th year of employment this summer at the school.
Wow, that's awesome. And the other team, the Maniacs, please introduce yourself.
My name is Katie Selleck. I'm the Director of Student Activities. I've been here for about 9 years in different positions, and I graduated in 2015, undergrad.
I can go next. I'm Jessica Bortolis. I am a CSS double alum from the Global Cultural and Language Studies program, which is now the GSJ Global Sustainability and Justice program, as well as the MBA program. Katie and I actually went to school together for our undergrad, and now I am the Assistant Director for TRIO McNair, which helps undergraduate students get into summer research opportunities and continue on to a graduate degree, part of the TRIO family.
And I'm Eric Nordgren. I'm the Director of the Center for Professional Training and Lifelong Learning, which is devoted to delivering education outside of our standard degree and certificate programs. I graduated from the MBA program at CSS in 2024.
All right, so we have two teams consisting of a strong group of alumni. And I graduated in 2004, so I'm doing my green screen here. So here I am in 2004. Which was the year of the monkey. And I just came across this picture, which reminded me that I was one of the co-chairs of Mayfest in 2004. I didn't remember that until I read that Mayfest article. Here I am pushing a monkey in a cart for the right front. Okay. Audit Bound, you'll get to go first. Mayfest 1982. Okay. So I have a question for you with a couple multiple choice options. After an outdoor polka dance kicked off Mayfest at midnight, a softball tournament commenced on the first Saturday of a 9-day long Mayfest back at 82. What was this softball tourney called? Was it A, Mayball, B, Beer Ball, C, Ooze Ball, or D, Smelt Ball? Audit Bound, what do you think?
I want to say A, Mayball. That's what it was called when I was a student in the early 80s. Brandon, what do you think?
I was going to say that sounds good to me. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be beer ball. I don't think they like that very much. And I think ooze ball was a different thing that happened when I was at Scholastica.
Yeah, ooze ball came much later.
Yep. So I'm good with Mayball.
All right, so you're going with Mayball, and that is wrong. All right, so the other team, you get a chance for the steal. It's 2 points for the right answer right up top. You get 1 point for the steal. So, Maniacs, your chance for a steal.
I feel like Smelt Ball would go with the Smelt Parade.
That was softball.
Softball.
What was softball?
This is softball tourney, yep. 1982.
Unless that's how oozeball started, but I don't think so either.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and your answer is?
Smelt ball.
The answer is, in fact, beer ball. And, quote, in the climactic Mike Blummer, etc., beat the Little Darlings team for the CSS Mayfest Tournament Championship. Now, get this. They were rewarded with a trophy and beer mugs supplied by the Mayfest co-sponsor, Miller Beer. Can't make this stuff up. The 80s were real, man. All right, so we're tied at 0 and 0-0. All right, we're going into the next round here with the Maniacs. You're going to get the lead. I'm going to do the little spinner for you here. It's spinning around, and we are going to go to 90s Mayfest 93. And we start to see themes emerge. And Mayfest 93, oh, the places you'll go is the theme. Oh, this was an interesting fact. What domestic animal made its first live appearance at a Mayfest bingo competition? A pig, B, a chicken, C, a cow, or D, a dog?
I would say not cow. Other than that, I have no idea.
My gut says pig, but my heart wants to say dog.
Yeah,
I'm
right?
thinking pig too.
We're going to go pig, I think.
For
Does that
pig.
work for you, Eric?
Going for
Yes.
a pig. Incorrect. All right. Now, a chance to odd it bound for the steal. What domestic animal made its first live appearance at a Mayfest bingo competition?
Part of me wants to just say dog because our mascot is Storm, but I'm trying to think how far back he goes. How about you, Brandon?
I like the answer of a cow, just because I think it's the fun answer. And maybe it was farm animal themed, and so they had a cow on campus. But it could also be a chicken. But I like cow.
According to the cable, on Saturday, May 8th, in the wee hours of the morning, something called Cow Pie Bingo will take place. All students who purchase a square of the bingo board located in the front of Science Lawn are eligible to win a large sum of cash. A cow will be imported to St. Scholastica and released on the board at approximately 9 a.m. You must be present to win. If the cow happens to leave a cow pie on your square, you will be the lucky winner of $100. 1 point to Odd It Bound, taking the early lead. All right, let's go back to the spinner. Ooh, we are going back to Mayfest 77. And Odd It Bound with the 1-0 lead. Mayfest 77 was the very first Mayfest, May 15th to May 17th. The first night of the 3-day event featured what activity? So what was the very first activity all time of Mayfest? Was it A, casino night, B, oozeball, C, smelt fry, or D, skydiving?
I remember casino night in the 80s when I was there, but boy, it just seems like smelt fry might be the one to go. What do you think?
3, 2, 1. What's the answer?
Smelt fry.
Incorrect. Now, back to the Maniacs, a chance to tie things up at 1 apiece. What was the first all-time event of Mayfest? You have casino night, oozeball, or skydiving?
I mean, it feels like we have to go with the other one, right? Casino night.
I guess.
Let's go with that. My heart says skydiving because it's been so crazy and wacky, but we can do casino night.
Skydiving happened on the second day. The first day was casino night, a long-standing tradition that, if I'm correct, it still happens in some
Yes.
form today. 1-1.
Let's go 2003.
In a throwback to the earliest Mayfest, what harrowing activity was available as a simulation? Was that A, drunk goggles, B, a skydiving simulation, or C, a Mayball video game competition?
I think we know. Lock us in, Eric.
It's got to be the skydiving simulation, right?
Correct. It's kind of easy, but I couldn't pass it up. Puts you into gear and puts you into this machine that flings you into the air. And as you fall back down, it is as if you're parachuting, reported someone in the cable. And I remember that I attempted to go to this, but it was too long of a line, and I did not. Which I kind of wish I had. All right, so the Maniacs jumping out to a 3-1 lead. Let's go back to Odd It Bound. Why don't you pick a year between 1977 and 2004?
Could we try 1985?
1985. The heat is on. How many runners were expected at the annual Rife Run in 1985?
I ran that and I finished in 21 minutes way back when. And I want to say, I think it was about 400.
Get a head nod.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. I don't run, so
We'll
yeah.
give it to you. It was over 350. So, hey, 400 is over. We'll give that to you. Well done, Terry Marholz. 21 minutes on the Rife Run in 85. The heat was on, and also tying up the score at 3 apiece. Let's get busy. Mayfest 91. What messy sporting event made its debut?
I'm going to say oozeball.
Oozeball. Yeah. We are going to Mayfest 98. Let's go crazy was the theme. What fun, though maybe hard on the ears, singing activity made an appearance in 1998?
Terry, do we just want to say karaoke?
Yeah, I have no clue. I think it might be karaoke. That's as good as answer as any.
Karaoke it is. All right.
Good job, Brandon.
5-5.
Thank you.
On to the second half of the 8th inning here. Back in the day, Mayfest 1983, Catch the Fever. This was another singing adjacent activity, long-standing, that first debuted in 1983.
The name of the guy who would come here every single year, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. The band. It was like a long-standing for numerous years.
It's not old Johnny Holm, is it?
That's it.
Yeah,
That's his name.
I don't know if that's it, but that's
A dance?
what I thought of.
Could it be the dance? Singing adjacent? The Johnny Holm dance?
Is that your answer?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we want to lock that in? Yeah.
As good as anything.
Or concert. Let's go concert. I like concert more.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Johnny Holm concert?
Yes.
Johnny Holm and the Traveling Fun Show made their Mayfest debut in 1984, the following year. No, 1983 was the Air Band contest, which became Air Jam, which was a lip-syncing contest that lasted until the early 2000s. All right, here we are in the final round, and here is your final question. What delectable treat was available to runners after finishing the Rife Run in 1986? So
We're gonna say Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots. Not correct. Ooh, and they wagered 5 points. Down to 0. Okay.
Ouch.
Now, let's to Terry and Brandon for the win. Potentially, what is your answer?
My gut, I was thinking root beer floats.
Root beer floats. Incorrect.
Oh.
Smelt. It was a smelt fry. There were a lot of smelt fries, so nothing like going on a run and eating some fried smelt. All right, so we were tied at 0. Don't worry, I have a tiebreaker. And it's the closest without going over. Last time the Maniacs went first, so we're going to go audit bound first. How much was a ticket bought in advance for the Johnny Holmes Show in 1984? Terry, what is your answer?
$4.
$4. And Katie?
I'm gonna say, I'll say 5.
5. It was $3. You both went over, but Terry, you were closer, so I'm just gonna give it to Terry. And for the win, audit bound 1-0 with the victory. Well, congratulations, everyone! What a great time we've had. Let's give them all a applause.
Good job,
All right. Well, thank you all for joining me on this random adventure. And that's it for this week's episode of Chair Talks Podcast. Who's going to be on the next one? It could be you. Keep an eye peeled. We'll see you next time. Viva St. Scholastica.